Hello and a very good evening. You're watching the news tonight on Rajya Sabha television with me, Frank Pereira. Here are the headlines. India celebrates 25-year relationship with ASEAN. Commemorative summit starts with all members on Thursday. All 10 heads of states to be guests of honor at Republic Day function. Government unveils roadmap for banking reforms. Highlights include customers getting back their money in case of bank fraud, capital infusion based on performance and special monitoring of loans above 250 crore rupees. Second phase of Udan scheme to connect 43 airports and helipads in the northeast and hill states. 29 lakh seats to be added annually. Fares capped at 2,500 rupees for 60 minutes aircraft and 30-minute helicopter journeys. Former Bihar Chief Ministers Lalu Prasad Yadav and Jagannath Mishra sentenced to 5 years in prison in a fodder scam case. Case relates to embezzlement of 33.67 crore rupees from the Chaibasa district treasury in 1993. And Rajya Sabha television to present India's biggest national election quiz involving over 13 lakh students conducted by the Election Commission. It will test school children on India's election process and democracy. Well, to celebrate 25 years of relationship, India will host a commemorative summit with all 10 members of ASEAN nations on Thursday in Delhi. Heads of states of all these countries are joining this event with a view to strengthen the ties with culturally and economically related India. A joint Delhi declaration is also expected to be released at the end of the summit.
The Prime Ministers of Vietnam, Cambodia, Myanmar, Thailand, Singapore and the President of Philippines have arrived in New Delhi to participate in the India-ASEAN Commemorative Summit that begins on Thursday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also hold bilateral meetings with all 10 ASEAN leaders on the sidelines of the summit. The ASEAN grouping is important for India to further its Act East policy. The countries also have strong cultural and historic ties.
ये कोई एक रस्म निभाई का छोटा आयोजन नहीं है, दिखने में छोटा जरूर लगता है, लेकिन बहुत बहुत महत्व का ये आयोजन है और ये मैत्री उन 25 वर्षों की नहीं है मित्रों, जिसका हम रजत जयंती समारोह मना रहे हैं। ये मैत्री सदियों पुरानी है, जो रामायण और बौद्ध धर्म से जुड़ी हुई है। अभी भी 20 तारीख से यहाँ रामायण उत्सव चल रहा है। 10 में से 8 देश रामायण का मंचन करते हैं।
Two of the most important aspects of the India-ASEAN relations are regional security and maritime cooperation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the visiting dignitaries will have a special retreat session on these issues during a luncheon at Rashtrapati Bhavan. This will be discussed under the central theme of shared values, common destiny.
Both in terms of course, political engagement is already ongoing. We have very strong defense ties with specific individual countries, except for Laos, which is a landlocked country. I think we have very strong maritime relations with each of the other 9 countries. We have our Navy ships and our Coast Guard ships that make regular ship visits to each of those countries. When we had held the International Fleet Review, we had a very strong participation from the ASEAN member countries. We have very strong Navy-to-Navy cooperation. We have coordinated patrols with some specific countries. On the defense side, as I told you, we are working very closely with some of them. There are very important programs that are on capacity building as well.
The main summit will take place in the evening on Thursday, when leaders would discuss issues and chart the future course of action. The aim is to enhance cultural and religious linkages, given the fact that Buddhism and Ramayana is the common thread that runs through these countries.
in January last year by focusing on civilizational and cultural linkages. That itself speaks for itself that, our relationship with the Southeast Asian region is not something new. It has been happening for centuries, for more than 2,000 years. And so what we are really looking at the moment is something that was happening in the past, where it was maritime connectivity, which was the main element through which traditional trade, philosophy, literature, people-to-people contact, etc., took place.
The ASEAN countries see India as the balancing force in the region at a time when there are hegemonistic advances from China in the South China Sea. In addition, the Southeast Asian region is economically very vibrant. As India grows at 7.5%, it throws up a lot of economic and commercial potential. The ASEAN region is India's fourth largest trading partner, and India is their 7th largest trading partner.
India and ASEAN share common values, and so there is common destiny. ASEAN is the region which has been endeavoring for peace and prosperity together, and India is their natural ally. Akhilesh Suman for Rajya Sabha television with camera person D.K. Pandey in Delhi.
Well, the government on Wednesday unveiled the plan for the recapitalization of public sector banks. The capital infusion plan for the current fiscal includes 80,000 crore through recapitalization bonds and 8,000 crore rupees as budgetary support. The plan addresses regulatory capital requirement of all public sector banks. Here's more.
The government on Wednesday announced a comprehensive reform plan for public sector banks. The reform agenda will seek to ensure responsible banking, deepen credit and financial inclusion along with digitalization.
The problem is of the past, and our role really is not only to find a solution but also to create an institutional mechanism to make sure that what happened in the past is not repeated itself.
According to the roadmap, banks will reorient themselves to support MSME growth. Their recapitalization will depend on performance while focusing on core strengths. PSU banks will identify non-core assets to monetize. Bank exposure to loans on consortiums will be limited to 10%, while loans above 250 crore rupees will undergo special monitoring. Further, banks will be given capital based on performance, customers to get money back if bank defrauds them. Every PSU bank will promote apps for easy opening of accounts, doorstep banking, while annual survey will reveal performance of banks and flag breach of loan rules to lending consortiums.
The induction of the capital, the basis on which the banks are being chosen and how much is being inducted into which public sector banks, that is one part of the exercise.
The annual survey will measure public perception about improvements in access and service quality, and its results shall be made public each year.
The recapitalization and reform agenda is sharply focused on strengthening public sector banks and increasing lending to the MSME sector. Banks with commercially prudent business rules and improved governance are important for creation of a new India. Reporting from Delhi with counterperson Shiv Kumar, I'm Kriti Mishra for Rajya Sabha television.
Well, the second phase of the Regional Connectivity Scheme, or UDAN, will connect 43 airports and helipads in the priority sector of the Northeast and the Hill States. Stating this on Wednesday, Aviation Minister Ashok Gajapati Raju conveyed that in all 78 airports and helipads will be connected and 29 lakh seats will be added annually to make aviation affordable and accessible to the common man.
Civil Aviation Minister Ashok Gajapati Raju on Wednesday announced the results of the second round of bidding under regional connectivity flights. Unlike round 1, phase 2 received proposals from helicopter operators, Jet Airways, Indigo, Pawan Hans and many other aviation companies also backed aviation routes.
In this round, we have received proposals from 17 bidding entities. A total of 196 proposals were received, including 55 at the counter bidding stage. These Proposals are covering 502 routes. Probably this scheme is getting the desired results, which will not require any form of subsidy after some time.
The states with maximum airports and helipads that will see activation under Udan 2 scheme include Uttarakhand with 15, Uttar Pradesh with 9, Arunachal Pradesh with 8, Himachal Pradesh with 6 and Assam and Manipur 5 each. Passenger airfare for 1 hour journey of 500 km on a fixed wing aircraft or for 30-minute journey on a helicopter will be capped at 2,500 rupees.
Udan 2, we are even happier because it has addressed our problem of what we call difficult areas, basically the hilly tracts where the road connectivity is a little low or probably there's no train connectivity.
Udan 1 and 2 is expected to cost the government over 800 crore rupees. Udan stands for Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik and is Prime Minister Narendra Modi's brainchild to bring flight services to the common man. The routes are awarded to airlines seeking the lowest amount of funds from the government.
Since the rollout of the regional connectivity scheme, the government has tried to add more than 56 airports to the aviation map in last 2 years, in contrast to just 76 airports in last 70 years. Domestic air traffic in India crossed the 100 million mark in 2017, and the government aims to increase the number of flights to 30 crore by 2022 with the help of this ambitious scheme. Reporting from Delhi with cameraperson Shiv Kumar, I'm Kriti Mishra for Rajya Sabha Television.
Well, moving on to other news now, a special CBI court on Wednesday convicted former Bihar Chief Ministers Lalu Prasad Yadav and Jagannath Mishra in another fodder scam case. Both were sentenced to 5-year imprisonment by the court in Ranchi. The two convicts have also been fined 5 lakh rupees. Lalu Yadav is already serving a jail term in the second fodder scam case.
Former Bihar Chief Minister and RJD Chief Lalu Prasad Yadav was on Wednesday sentenced to 5 years in prison in another fodder scam case by a special CBI court in Ranchi. Another former Bihar Chief Minister Jagannath Mishra also got a 5-year jail sentence. In addition, both have been fined 5 lakh rupees. Lalu Yadav and Mishra are among 50 accused convicted in the case. The other 48 convicts were awarded jail terms and fines of varying nature. The case pertains to embezzlement of 33.67 crore rupees from the Chaibasa district treasury during 1992 to 1993.
सजा के बिंदु पर सुनवाई हो गई है। उसमें लालू प्रसाद यादव को 5 साल की सजा एवं 5 लाख का जुर्माना। दूसरे डॉक्टर जगन्नाथ मिश्रा को 5 साल की सजा 5 लाख का जुर्माना और विद्या प्रसाद निषाद जो कि तत्कालीन मंत्री थे उनको 3 साल की सजा और 50,000 जुर्माना।
चारा घोटाले में जो जांच हुई और जांच के क्रम में जो साक्ष्य मिले वो बहुत पुख्ता सबूत है और पुख्ता सबूत के आधार पर कोई भी जब ट्रायल होगा कोई भी कोर्ट तो सजा तो निर्धारित है, इसलिए सजा कम होने का कोई सवाल ही नहीं उठता है।
The RJD said it will appeal against the special CBI court order. The RJD chief is serving time in the Birsa Munda jail in Ranchi after being convicted in second fodder scam case on December 23, 2017. The case pertained to the Deoghar treasury.
तो ये अंतिम फैसला नहीं है, इसको हम लोग सब लोग जान रहे हैं कि कोर्ट का जो भी न्यायालय का जो आदेश होता है उसको तो मानना ही ना पड़ता है, तो मानेंगे हम लोग। और हम लोग जो बेल की प्रक्रिया वगैरह जो है हम लोग उस पे पिटीशन हम लोगों ने रखा है और उस पे जब डेट होगा तो हम लोग अपने पक्षों को हम लोग वहाँ रखेंगे अदालत में।
इसमें हम लोगों को तो आश्चर्य नहीं हुआ क्योंकि कोई पहली बार फैसला नहीं आया, ये तीसरी बार फैसला आया है और 3 अलग अलग कोर्ट ने फैसला दिया है और ये कह रहे हैं कि षड्यंत्र फंसा दिया।
कानून को जो तोड़ेगा और जो गरीबों को लूटेगा, कानून के दृष्टिकोण में जो दोषी होगा उसको तो कानून सजा देगी। देश का कानून सबके लिए अलग अलग नहीं है। ऐसा नहीं कि कोई व्यक्ति कोई कह दे कि यह हमारे खिलाफ साजिश हो रही है, तो साजिश नहीं, उन्होंने ऐसा आर्थिक अपराध किया है।
The Chaibasa treasury case is the third case in the fodder scam in which Lalu Prasad has been found guilty. He is facing trial in 6 forest scam cases. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha Television.
Well, it's time for a short break now, but news and updates will continue on the other side. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Leaders of 10 ASEAN nations in India for a historic visit. As India further pushes its Act East policy, relations move forward with a focus on security, investment and energy. Watch the big picture at 9:30 p.m. only on Rajya Sabha TV.
India's best quizzers in action. It's a unique competition.
The name used to book the ticket is wrong answer. Who became Minister of External Affairs in Morarji Desai's government?
On elections. Watch out on Rajya Sabha TV.
Welcome back. You're watching Rajya Sabha Television. Well, Prime Minister Narendra Modi gave National Bravery Awards on Wednesday to 18 children. Awardees include 7 girls, with 18-year-old Nazia of Uttar Pradesh getting the coveted Bharat Award. The prestigious Geeta Chopra Award was given to 14-year-old late Netravati M. Chauhan. 16-year-old Karanbir Singh of Punjab was given the Sanjay Chopra Award. 3 children were awarded posthumously. Speaking on the occasion, the Prime Minister said the acts of these brave hearts will inspire other children and will help them in overcoming difficult situations. The children will participate in the Republic Day parade. President Ramnath Kovind will also host a reception in their honour at Rashtrapati Bhavan.
जब इन वीर बालकों के विषय में देश भर के लोग जानते हैं तो और बालकों को भी एक प्रेरणा मिलती है। प्रेरणा ये तो नहीं होती कि हर कोई साहस करे, लेकिन एक विश्वास पैदा होता है, अपने आप में विश्वास पैदा होता है। अगर अवसर आए तो कैसे काम करना, किस प्रकार से अपने बुद्धि चातुर्य का उपयोग करना।
Well, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu addressed the Foundation Day celebrations of Uttar Pradesh and Lucknow on Wednesday, stating that Lord Ram's name should not be associated with any religion. He said a governance free from fear, corruption and discrimination is true Ram Rajya.
Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu on Wednesday inaugurated the Uttar Pradesh Foundation Day celebrations in Lucknow.
आज का ये ऐतिहासिक दिन प्रथम उत्तर प्रदेश दिवस का शुभारंभ।
Governor Ram Nayak and Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath were also present on the occasion. The Vice President said every subject should not be linked to religion. Appealing to people not to associate Ram's name with religion, the Vice President said governance free from fear, corruption and discrimination is the only Ram Rajya. Mentioning that people of India believe in Vasudev Kutumbakam, the Vice President said all Indians are brothers regardless of their religion and worship system. He said attacking someone on the basis of caste or religion was wrong.
राम राज्य माने क्या है? ना जहां ना भय, ना भूख, ना भ्रष्टाचार, ना अत्याचार, ना भेदभाव हो, वही राम राज्य है। यही कल्पना होना चाहिए, उसमें मजहब का सवाल नहीं होना चाहिए, कोई भेदभाव नहीं होना चाहिए।
The Vice President said a stable government and good atmosphere are very important for the development of the country, and for this everybody has to rise above caste and religion.
देश में देश और तेजी से आगे बढ़ना, इसके लिए अनुकूल वातावरण है हमारा देश में। एबल लीडर है, स्टेबल गवर्नमेंट है, सेंटर और स्टेट मिलकर जा रहे हैं और स्टेट्स के बीच में भी एकता है और पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज में भी बाय एंड लार्ज रिफॉर्म्स के बारे में ब्रॉड कॉन्सेंसस है, इसलिए सब मिलकर काम करना चाहिए।
कोई व्यक्ति हो या समाज, अगर वो अपने अतीत के गौरवशाली पलों पर गर्व की अनुभूति नहीं कर सकता तो उसका भविष्य भी बहुत उज्जवल नहीं हो सकता है। और इसलिए हम सबको गौरव की अनुभूति करनी चाहिए कि हम सब उत्तर प्रदेश के वासी हैं और उत्तर प्रदेश के विकास में हम सबको योगदान करने का एक अवसर प्राप्त हो रहा है।
Applauding the work of Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, the Vice President said that Uttar Pradesh is implementing a better tourism policy which is creating more job opportunities for youth. Before independence, Uttar Pradesh was also known as United Province. It was named Uttar Pradesh on 24th January 1950. Raj Kamal Rao's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, talking about the menace of terrorism, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu on Wednesday said that it is the biggest challenge which India is facing and every countryman should rise above all considerations to come together to completely eradicate it. He was addressing the 4th R.V. Raju Memorial Lecture marking the Raising Day function of the National Investigation Agency. Vice President said in a democracy, power comes not from the barrel of the gun, but only the ballot can decide the victor. Without naming Pakistan, Naidu said that despite efforts by our neighbour, India will never get divided.
The only effective way to tackle globally active terrorist individuals and outfits is through international cooperation. This can be done by developing uniform standards and norms for internet service providers and technology companies with the nation states facilitating information sharing to fight against terrorism.
Well, in other news, now the Election Commission is conducting a unique quiz contest to make the children of the country aware of the democratic process and the election procedures. Over 13.5 lakh students from all across the country participated in the initial rounds of the National Election Quiz, out of which 72 students have qualified for the semi-finals. The semi-finals and the final rounds of the National Election Quiz will be telecast every week on Rajya Sabha television.
Proud participants in a very unique competition in the Rajya Sabha TV studio. These students have come from different states and union territories after qualifying for the semi-finals of the National Election Quiz. Presented by Rajya Sabha television, this one-of-its-kind quiz contest was conducted by the Election Commission of India.
Let's start the National Elections Quiz.
The students were selected from government schools run by the centre and state governments from across the country. As many as 13.5 lakh students from 48,000 schools took part in the contest. After passing multiple rounds at school, district and state levels, 36 teams with 72 contestants made it to the semi-finals. The contestants will be asked questions on election procedure, governance, election laws and history of the Indian Republic. They will also be quizzed on election procedures in other countries. Rajya Sabha television will televise the semi-finals and final rounds of the contest. Every week, one team out of the 6 semi-finalists will be shortlisted for the finals. The finals will showcase a contest between 6 top-performing teams. The champions will get a prize of 1 lakh rupees. The first runner-up team gets 80,000 rupees and the second runner-up gets 60,000 rupees. Teams standing 4th, 5th and 6th will get 50,000 rupees each. The quiz aims to make students aware of the election process and democracy, especially those in the age group of 14 to 17 years of age. Rajya Sabha television will telecast the semi-finals and final rounds of the National Election Quiz every Sunday at 9 a.m., 3:30 p.m. and every Saturday at 5 p.m.
Well, moving on to some other news now. A top commander of the Haqqani network along with 2 others have been reportedly killed today in a US drone attack in Pakistan's restive tribal Khurram agency bordering Afghanistan. Pakistan's Dawn News reported that Haqqani network commander Ehsan alias Khawari and 2 of his accomplices, were reportedly killed during the strike in North Waziristan. Media reports said that 2 missiles were fired from the drone at a house in Speenthal area, reportedly the hideout of the Haqqani network. Drone strikes have surged in Khurram agency in the wake of the US President Donald Trump's announcement of a new Afghan policy in August, in which Pakistan was also accused of offering safe havens to agents of chaos. Well, here's a look now at some more updates from around the world in Global Buzz. 5 people are in critical condition after deadly Kentucky high school shooting. According to the authorities, a 15-year-old boy opened fire with a handgun just before classes started at his high school in rural western Kentucky on Tuesday, killing 2 fellow students and injuring 19 other youths before he was arrested. Authorities, however, declined to discuss possible motives for the shooting. At least 33 people were killed in 2 car bombs near a mosque in the Libyan city of Benghazi. 20 to 30 more were wounded by the blasts, which took place within minutes of each other. The first vehicle blew up in front of a mosque in the central Al-Sulaimani neighborhood as worshippers were leaving the building after evening prayers. After security and health officials had arrived on the scene, a second, more powerful blast was detonated from a Mercedes parked on the opposite side of the street, hitting an ambulance and causing a higher number of casualties. On the eve of a visit by the UNSC sanctions monitoring team, a Pakistani court today restrained the government from arresting the Mumbai terror attack mastermind and JUD chief Hafiz Saeed till March 17th. The Jamaat-ud-Dawa chief had on Tuesday moved the court seeking protection from arrest or action against JUD and Falah-e-Insaniyat Foundation ahead of the visit of the monitoring team of the UN Security Council 1267 Sanctions Committee. Saeed was listed under UN Security Council Resolution 1267 in December 2008. Well, that's it on this newscast. Good night.